'Tis the season for Christmas clothes in the desert, baby. I'm sure this is very comfortable for him. Welcome back to Sonic Frontiers. So last time, we defeated Giganto and cleared Kronos Island. So today, we are now on Ares Island, the second of these islands. The desert world, as they say. You know, the big old sandy place. Because every video game's second world really does need a desert level. Because, you know, of course they do. I mean, it's a video game. Like, how could they not have something like this? Seriously, how can they not? They really don't know how to do that. Because they do not. Anyway, we are going to do story progress here, but I just want to get this out of the way, you know, right off the bat. Get some map challenges out of the way first. And as you can plainly see, there are already way more memory tokens than necessary here. Well, I say that, but you know, there definitely are more memory tokens than necessary. Absolutely. Getting all of them in these is not going to be easy. Let me tell you what. Anyway, you want to Sonic Boom these enemies right there. Because, well, whenever you get close to them, they'll put up their shield. But that's how you Psyloop them. And that's how you do it. There it is. And here's a place where you can use the air trick and also to get another memory token. And I hate these enemies. Well, I hate them. Well, dealing with them is fine and all, but it's just that every single time that you approach one of these guys, this happens. No matter how far you may stray from this guy, yeah, no, the camera angle just goes like that no matter what you do, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, they could have added a feature where they could have disabled that, but no. They didn't. They didn't do that for some reason. But either way, dealing with them is not really too bad. It's just the fact that you have to do that, like, every single time you approach, or you have to go through that forced camera angle change every single time. It's just really annoying. So, yeah, it's definitely one of the more little annoying things about this, but, you know, it's just a small issue in a bigger world, as they say. Small part of a larger world, as they say. Anyway, yeah, even if we're not doing, like, story right now, we are doing, like, legitimate progress here. Actual legitimate progress. Like, our objective is right there. It's clearly marked on the map. But, you know, I'm not one to do such things. Because, again, this game is just that open. It's just that crazy. It's just that cool. Oh, geez. I thought that was something. I know there's something over here. I know there's a mini-boss over here that I don't like, so I'm just gonna get I'm just gonna get it over with. Shark! Okay, so this guy is basically Molduga from Breath of the Wild. Except, this one actually takes like 1,000,000 years to defeat. And why do I say 1,000,000 years to defeat? Well, because first things first, you need to ride on the tail and follow the on-screen prompts by using the left stick. And you have to watch this, well, every single time that you deal with Shark here. Now, don't get me wrong. The music is awesome here. Like, Shark's theme the theme when you're riding on the tail is really good. But it's just that because of this, because you have to watch this, like, every single time that you fight Shark, it just takes a while to even start doing damage to him. Like, after a certain point, the target cursor will appear, and you will be able to damage him properly. Which is why I'm going to stick to the good old-fashioned punch and then stomp combo right here. Yeah, get it. And there we go. Unless you defeat it in one cycle, you're going to have to do that all over again. You know, ride his tail all over again. And that can be incredibly time-consuming. It just wastes your time. But one thing that doesn't waste your time is Strider, which is an old Sega franchise. Or Capcom. I think it's Capcom. I don't know. But either way, it's here, and Strider is definitely a lot more fun. I can definitely say that much. And you even take on Strider in a unique way. Basically, what you need to do is you need to make sure these rails all light up so that you can open up the pathway to, well, Strider's core. You gotta ride on all 3 grind rails right there. And that's how you do it. Alright. Do it. Do it. I don't want to do like another cycle. Alright. There we go. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That is indeed what we are talking about. Yes, sir. Boosting attack and, yeah, boosting up the attack power of Sonic and just destroying everything, like, really helps. Seriously. Now, here's one of the easier map challenges. Parrying. This is just to get you used to the idea of parrying, because you are going to have to use parry on some bosses going forward, or some enemies. Well, yeah, some enemies, mini-bosses, and boss fights going forward. So you're definitely going to be on the lookout for those. And, yeah. That's just to get you used to the idea. You know, if the first boss fight wasn't any indication for some reason. And now that it's nighttime, we can do another night challenge, which is, again, like, I don't know why they didn't remove that. Like, I'm pretty sure that's one of the complaints. I'm pretty sure that's one of the complaints I have is that, well, little complaints anyway. It's just that, this. So you know the Blood Moon in Breath of the Wild? Well, this is it. This is Sonic's version of it. And it interrupted my challenge, thank you very much. Once every few nights, meteors will fall like rain. When this happens, enemies and items will be on the open field. Basically, everything will be resurrected. Picking up the fallen star pieces will allow Sonic to use the slot machine. Get purple coins when the pattern lines up. Basically, all of this is attributed to luck, basically. You can get all these star bits that are on the ground. And you can pick up as many as you want. Which is really good, nice and all. And it'll even allow you to do challenges if you really want to. And I feel like they give you, like, way more than enough to even, you know, do all these challenges to begin with. Or rather, get as many casino rolls as possible. And, yeah, as you can clearly see, I have 11 of these. And the slot machine will just keep on going and going and going. Now, the little issue that I have with this is, well, here's the thing. The slot machine is on the middle of the screen, which can get a little distracting. I mean, it's not really so much to the point where it obstructs the screen or everything. It's just that the screen orientation of that should have been, you know, over to the right. Like, okay, this is going to sound really ironic coming from me, but as someone who really had to get used to the idea in Xenoblade Definitive Edition that the vision attack would appear on the right of the screen instead of just staying in the middle, in the top middle, like I feel like it should have been. I feel like the slot machine could have been moved over to the left. Yeah, I feel like it really could have been moved over to the left a little bit. Or a little bit over to the right, actually. Yeah, a little bit over to the right. That way it wouldn't be in the way of anything. Like, there's plenty of space below the story objective. It could have been below that, but it just wasn't. For some reason, it just isn't. But anyway, we can basically just do progress while we're taking care of things. For that, you'd have to do a certain amount of damage in order to complete the map challenge. So just basically hit it over and over and over again. If you boosted your attack power, then you shouldn't have any problem at all with that particular challenge at all. So you're welcome on that fact. Alright, let's get it over here. And we got 30 purple coins, yeah. I didn't even mention the rewards for the things. So, the slot machine will net you purple coins for Big's fishing. And, yeah, it's actually really, really useful. It's actually incredibly useful. Because, you know how busted Big's fishing is? Well, imagine if you have way more purple coins than necessary. Yeah, just imagine. And, you're welcome for doing that. Oh, do I get luck? There we go. There we go. Sometimes the slot machine will actually help you out if you have two of the same picture lined up in a row. Obviously, you'll want the, either the bar or the, purple coins, because that will net you a lot. Some combinations will offer up purple coins no matter what. So that's all fine and dandy. I'm trying to... Actually, I can just go over to that map challenge right there. Yeah, I know it's been 12 minutes and we haven't made any story progress, but believe me, we will. I'm just clearing up the maps, and I'm just opening up the map because that's what I want to do. Indeed. Alright, so we have to go over these squares. I don't know why they aren't hoops. In a certain amount of time. And they have to be in order, by the way. In order to complete that map challenge. So there you are, then. There you are, mate. Let's go, mate. Yeah, mate. And also, if you notice, memory tokens are now no longer, you know, hearts. They're these little metal thingies. So that basically means we're going to see another character on the island. And you can definitely tell who that is. It's obviously Silver the Hedgehog. Clearly. Anyway, get that thing right there and you'll be entering a skydiving game. Because that thing obviously has returned. You hold the RT button, or the boost button, in order to speed up your descent. And yes, indeed. I have Cocos on default, by the way. Yeah, the Cocos are now on default, so now they look exactly as they should. Those little guys. Volumetric lighting. Listen, man. Listen. The Sonic game's graphics budget is always high. Always high. Like, I would probably go so far as to say that no matter what quality of the actual gameplay that Sonic games do have, the graphics are at least on point. Like, I didn't think Forces looked terrible. It could have looked better. But, you know, it definitely is a good-looking game. I'm definitely not gonna deny that. Like, the graphics budget is always very high when it comes to Sonic games, believe you me. Or if they want to just go for style points, then go right ahead. Go for style points. But in the case of Sonic Frontiers, it's like, yeah, again, you can make all the jokes about, you know, Sega hired this man to make a Sonic game. And to be fair, they really did. And it really shows. It really shows. like, I haven't seen footage at all. Like, I would definitely have to say, even on Nintendo Switch, it at least tries to preserve the original vision of the graphics. But you can clearly tell this was made for the higher-end consoles and PC first, you know? And also, I don't think there's any other difference between, you know, PS4 and Xbox One versions. Definitely not. It's just you can really tell that the Nintendo Switch version just is severely cut back, even though it works just fine. You know, in the visual aspect, anyway. Stage 2-1. Which one is this? Which one is this off the top of my head? Oh, it's one of these. Okay. Where you can barely tell at all. So, this one is reminiscent of, well, is basically the exact same layout as the 2D section of Modern Green Hill from Generations. Except, once again, a lot less fun. Oh god, I missed the red ring. Oh god, okay, never mind. I can always get that one later. It's fine. Well, at least the music's great. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if you have Generations to compare to, like, you can clearly see that the boost is, like, really pathetic. Like, seriously pathetic. Probably the most pathetic boost in, like, all of the modern Sonic games. Well, in the 2D sections anyway. It works slightly better in the 3D, in the stages where it's exclusively 3D. It definitely does, but it's just like you can barely, and I mean barely, tell the difference here in this instance. In all of these instances where the stages are 2D. So, it's just not my it's just not, it just doesn't work. It really just doesn't work if you already have something to compare it to, and you can really notice that the boost is a lot slower. Like, even in Sonic Forces, which is the video game that is basically the personification of boost to win, you can tell that the boost is a lot better. And I really hate to say that about the most average video game I've ever played, but yeah, there it is. Really, the only way you can conceivably go fast is by using dash panels. And I don't think it really should be that way. That I can concur on for sure. But at the very least, we got Volkeys right away. And that's what we call a pro gamer move. Yeah, we can actually get the Chaos Emeralds in here. And here's actually something noticeable that you probably wouldn't notice the first time around, but I think it's actually possible to do this. Yeah, I think it's actually possible to even, you know, tell you this fact. So, you know how we encountered Giganto on the on Kronos Island after we got the first Chaos Emerald? By the way, these contain some cocoa for you to collect. You don't have to wait around to collect them; they're automatically collected for you. But what I'm saying here is, you know how we encountered Giganto on Kronos Island after we got the first Chaos Emerald? Well, because this game is incredibly open and you can just basically get all the Chaos Emeralds, like, right away, I think it actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, experts on Sonic Frontiers, correct me if I'm wrong on this instance, but I think it also allows you to skip the Titan encounters. I'm not entirely sure about this, and I haven't really tested it myself. I might actually do so, but if it's possible to skip the initial Titan encounters because of this, like, please tell me, because I would really like to know. Seriously. Anyway, I'm just turning in all these seeds over to Carl. Well, first of all, before we save our Knuckle buddy, before we save Knuckle. And yeah, and also, the reason why I say it's more annoying that the camera just forces you to change on that floating enemy is because you can't actually switch the camera on it either until it stops.
Looks like he was planning a full invasion. So where is he?
I'm pretty sure he's out in the Twitterverse somewhere. I don't know. Maybe he might be in Twitter. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's not in Twitter. Who knows? Also, why would Sonic be concerned about what Eggman is doing? I mean, technically he might be. I mean, he definitely once, foiled Eggman's plan to try to, in a different universe. He definitely didn't trust Eggman when Eggman won over the hearts of the people because of the Sunshine Ball thing. And, I guess he would technically be that guy who's, like, concerned and everything, but, Knuckle.
Knuckles? What are you doing here? Never mind. I'll get you out. Hang on.
Some rescue. I'm still half ghost.
I'm working on it, okay?
What's going on with you?
Just a little side effect of the island's weird energy. What are you doing so far from home?
I was investigating some strange ruins when I was transported here, then got trapped.
Never a dull moment with you.
Just bring me up to speed.
Listen, help me find the Chaos Emerald so I can beat up some big robots. You'll be free and back to guarding the Master Emerald in no time.
Sounds like a plan.
You are the key.
I'm not Sora. Anyway, yeah, I'm really glad that Knuckles is finally back to his job. Like, it's been so long since Knuckles actually was guarding his little big jewel Master Emerald thing. Like, it's been, you don't understand. This game actually brings back a lot of continuity for Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's all done by the guy who writes the comics, Ian Flynn. And you can really tell that he cares a lot about the series continuity because he actually brought Knuckles back to his actual frickin' job of guarding the Master Emerald. And yeah, there's even a little short out there, Sonic Frontiers Prologue Divergence, I believe it's called, where it explains Knuckles' perspective on the events before Sonic Frontiers happened, how he got trapped in there in the first place. I'll have it linked in the description because, well, I could show it, but, copyright laws are gonna stop me. And you know how YouTube gets! I've seen it happen all too much. Anyway, yeah, I'll have it linked in the description for sure if I remember, because I know I've had trouble remembering things about putting things in the description, but this time for real, I'll remind myself. That short is really good, by the way. It's like, it's animated by the same guys who've been doing all the promotional Sonic animations for all this time. I believe it's Studio Yada, I think it is, along with Tyson Hess, who's the designer, who's the character designer. And I think it's perfect. It's actually, like, perfect. That short really just made me be like, oh god, this is gonna be a good one, isn't it? Like, They're actually giving a shit about the source material. They're actually caring instead of putting characters in, like, various situations. Like, it's been forever and a while since we've actually seen Knuckles do his job, and all these characters being put in all these crazy, you know, situations where they don't really feel like themselves. I should probably die right here to reset the camera angle. Since that was weird. Like, Knuckles hasn't been guarding the Master Emerald since, like, I don't know, Sonic Adventure 2, now that I think about it. Like, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Really. That, it's just, it's wow. I don't even know what to say other than it's just insane that in a 3D game, Knuckles hasn't been doing his job since I don't know when. I mean, Sonic Mania definitely does count, but it's only for, like, the 2D universe. But in the 3D universe, he was all, like, doing his own thing. And granted, doing your own thing is cool and all, but Knuckles is a guardian, man. And yeah, that's all I can say about the writer, about how the writers actually do care about the source material and everything. Like, if you definitely want to see more of Ian Flynn's work, then the IDW comics are fantastic. Actually, though. And you can kind of feel his influence in this game, too. And, yeah. It's just a really nice change of pace. It's just a really nice change of pace of seeing these characters go back to who they actually are, you know? Even if the direction can be a little bit different at times. What am I doing, by the way? Like, I uncovered, like, virtually almost all of this, first big area of Ares. And, like, I've just been going around and seeing what's up. And all that. So, I don't know. It's just been really weird. But, anyway, to cap this off, I'm gonna go over to the side story.
Have you been here before? You're navigating the island like it's nothing.
Oh, no. See, when I interact with these things marked with this symbol, I automatically learn the lay of the land. It's like the island is beaming a GPS signal right into my brain. Pretty cool, right?
I'm sure that's the ancients doing as well. I wonder what that symbol means in their language.
Now, come to think of it, you don't actually see it printed anywhere in the villages. I guess the true meaning is lost to time.
That it could be indeed. Well, maybe the symbol means like they have a question. The ancients had a question. No, they probably just have a question, and they don't know how to ask it. So they drew the question mark symbol all over the place, or instead of just like having a picture of a map or something. Maybe that's my crazy theory. Maybe that's my crazy theory about the ancients and everything. Well, until we learn more about them, then that's just a theory, everybody. Hey, you know, at Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie, he said the thing. That makes it worth the price of admission. Am I right, guys? Anyway, we're all done here, actually. So, yes, we are. Yes, we are. Next time on Sonic Frontiers, well, whatever the heck I want to do, that's what. See you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.